Robotics have always been a large part in our society. Robots have reduced our workloads and allowed us to do tasks that were previously unimaginable. The same is true with space exploration. We would not have been able to do some of the things that we did in space and even gone into space if it were not for the help of robotics technology. With the help of robots, we can solve some of the problems that we face in our world today. For example, we can solve the issue of diminishing resources.
Earth is running out of its necessary metals to sustain the increasing demand of the growing amount of technology. With the high use of silicon, the price will dramatically increase as the amount of silicon decreases. Silicon is necessary for creating all of the modern computers. Robots could be used for mining the minerals on the moon.
The high use of minerals like silicon, with no replacement or reserves, would have a very large negative impact on today's already unstable economy. But this new age of robotic technology could also give the economy the boost it needs.
In today's economy, it is important to find new ways of economic growth. One such way is creating new jobs by creating new robotics for lunar exploration. New research would be needed to create the technology to be able to send robots to the moon, and new jobs would be created in building the new technology.
Today, we have a constant fear about the ever-diminishing supply of energy. Oil consumption is growing at a staggering rate each year, but with space exploration, it is possible to find alternate energy sources out in space.
In recent years, there has been an international push to find new alternative energy sources. Oil reserves here on Earth are running thin, and new sources of energy are always being pursued. A common form of alternative energy, solar energy, would be much more efficient on the moon rather than Earth due to the lesser atmosphere on the moon. The solar energy density on Earth is 680 watts per meter squared, while on the moon it is 1,367.6 watts per meter squared, which results in an efficiency increase of 101%. Robots can also be used on the moon to set up solar collectors or other forms of alternative energy collection.
With these new sources of alternative energy, we will solve the energy crisis with cheap, easy-to-obtain energy gathered in space. Also, with the operations on the moon and the developing areas on the moon, it will make future space missions easier. Building a new base on the moon for future space missions could be very important for future space exploration, because building a base would make space exploration significantly easier due to the lower gravity on the moon. And robots could be programmed to autonomously create the necessary foundations for this base and for future lunar colonization. These colonies on the lunar surface could have other purposes than collecting energy or launching space shuttles. Scientific research could be done there, or it could be used to solve the issue of overpopulation.
The idea of overpopulation is beginning to surface in the world's global conscience. In fact, the population increases by 1.21% every year, and in the year 2050, the Earth's population will be a staggering 13.9 trillion. However, the Earth will eventually not be able to sustain such a large population. To combat this issue, we propose to send people to the moon via an autonomous ferrying operation run by robots and by creating a sustainable living environment for humans on the moon.
Robotic technology has always led us to new and exciting frontiers. It helps us with some of the simplest tasks, like cooking our food, to extremely complex tasks, like extraterrestrial exploration. With the help of robotic technology, there is no limit to what we can accomplish in space.